Hey guys, thanks for checking out another video with us here. So where we stopped today is this little tiny town way in northern Minnesota called Embarrass, Minnesota. The thing with living in Minnesota, and again have lived here my whole life, is everybody competes. You know, oh, it's so cold here. We're the coldest town around. Nobody gets more wind chill than we do. It's just the way it is. Everybody kind of fights for that record. So this town kind of actually has that record, Embarrass, Minnesota. It's tiny place, no stoplights, no gas stations. We found this one park here. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Angel's taking pictures. We're going to check it out, see what it is. It's kind of cool. It's almost like a tundra here is really what it is. On driving into here, all the woods are it's like a tamarack forest and swamps that surround this town. So it's a tundra. It's actually officially borders on subarctic terrain. So yeah, that's what it is. So the actual temperatures here, what their claim to fame is, on average in this area throughout the year, the 12 months of the year, on average, it's 34 degrees. Okay, that's with the highs, with the lows. They do have a short summer, humid summer. We're actually on the edge of the boundary waters too, so we're right within that area. The boundary waters is just north of here and then into Canada. So we're essentially on the north and northeast part of Minnesota, about as far as you get. So officially, the record low here in this town that was officially recorded was negative 54 degrees Fahrenheit or 48 degrees Celsius. Now it's back in January of 2005. Okay, so I live about 3.5 hours south of here in Minnesota, and I think our coldest temperature, well, put it this way, this last winter, I think it was January 2019, it got down to 45 degrees below Fahrenheit, and I think that's like 45 degrees Celsius too. So when you get from 45 degrees where I live up to here to 54 degrees, when it's that cold, you can't really tell the difference. It could be 60 degrees negative versus 50 degrees. I mean, you just can't tell. It's just freaking cold. So that's their official low recorded temperature here. The unofficial recorded low temperature here is actually 64 degrees negative. Okay, minus 64. That was back in February of 1996, and that's about 53 negative Celsius for everybody else in the world. So yeah, so that's what we're checking out right now. And the road conditions here, you can really tell when you're up in an area in the middle of nowhere, somewhere really cold. The road conditions are really spotty, especially this time of year. Right now, this is mid-May. It's opening fishing for Minnesota. So when you're coming up here this early in the spring, the road crews haven't been out yet. Some roads still actually have road restrictions on. And if you're not aware of it and how it works in Minnesota is, when it gets really cold all throughout the winter, as vehicles drive over these paved roads, just like everybody else has, that actually drives the frost down. So under these roads in the winter, they'll be frozen solid 8 feet down. Okay, I mean solid, just like chunks of ice. Where if you get off the roads and you get into the woods, the frost line might be down to 3 feet, give or take. And really what that means is that's how deep the earth is frozen solid. So really, I mean, you could bang a shovel against it, use an ice pick, and it's just a solid hunk of ice. So as spring comes in areas like this, or even where I live, they put road restrictions on so that as the roads are starting to thaw out, semi trucks aren't coming over it. You know, there's a tonnage limit, so trucks aren't coming over it, destroying these paved roads as they're starting to thaw out. They're kind of vulnerable at that point. So all right, we're gonna go walk around, check out this little museum park thing and see what we come across here. Yeah, so what I'm seeing here, this is actually like an old homestead is what it is. So I do see that must be the main house back behind me over there that Angel's looking at. And this is actually saying that it's some sort of playhouse. 1901 is what the description's saying here. The settlers of this homestead were actually from Finland. What did you find out? Anything?
Well, I like the sauna. There's a Finnish sauna over there.
Oh, there is?
Yep.
Did you go look at the main house? I doubt that they had asphalt shingles back then.
This is tiny. You talk about an efficiency studio.
Yeah, hey, it's unlocked. Let's check this place out.
Whoa. Look at that tiny bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, wow. I couldn't even Could you imagine living here?
No. Tight quarters.
Moving here in 1901, talk about being in the middle of nowhere by yourself.
Yeah. I'm surprised that was open.
Yeah, me too. So then, is that like a guest house, I wonder?
I don't know, because this is a bigger one.
Yeah, this is the bigger house.
That's a sauna.
Oh, that's the sauna. Oh, yeah, they're from Finland, so
Yep,
that makes sense.
Sauna.
So it almost looks like cedar shakes on top of rough cut timbers.
This is where she worked spinning yarn.
Oh, yeah, it's a loom.
Yeah.
Is the door open here?
No.
Yeah, that's padlocked.
What's with that?
Crawl space?
Oh.
I don't know. There's like an attic. That must be the sleeping up on top, I'll bet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I suppose it'd be warmer up there.
Yeah.
I want to go in there.
What's with this? This is weird. How they have like cloth material in there.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Think how tough winters would be up here.
Oh, it's very cold.
So I don't know what this thing is. It's a sleigh of some sort. I see this part folds down.
I don't know.
Wow, that's a heavy sleigh of something. Must be some sort of baler or something. I don't know.
No, I wish they had little labels on them or some description.
Yeah. Hey, you should go up there and sit on one of those. My grandpa used My grandpa used to have equipment like this.
It's pretty old.
My grandpa used to have equipment like this at his farm in Fort Ripley's. We used to play on it as kids. That's a cutter. It's a sickle cutter, sickle bar. So it's like your dad's weed cutter, his boat weed cutter. Remember how it would cut weeds underwater? So that's it's a cutter. I'm guessing. I don't know for sure, but
A potato
I think
digger.
a potato digger. What's the potato digger?
Spike-tooth
Oh,
harrow.
there's a spike-tooth harrow. Is that the potato digger?
That's a potato digger. Yeah.
Huh.
Horse-drawn cultivator and a walking plow.
So that must be for hauling timber. That with the four wheels on it, that cart.
Mm-hmm. Skidder. Gravel wagon.
Skidder. International Harvester Company, Chicago. A thresher. I don't know a lot about farm equipment. I don't even know what a thresher does.
No. Looks complicated.
If you know what a thresher is, leave a comment. All right, so let's look at this old tractor over here. That looks really cool. This must be like an original tractor. Look at the wheels on that thing.
Yeah. Wow.
That ain't getting stuck. If it's getting stuck, you ain't getting it back out. It must be an old diesel, huh?
Storing tractor.
Is there a year?
Oh, a Deering tractor.
Deering. McCormick Deering, it says on the front, on the radiator.
Boy, is that old.
Yeah, no kidding. Bet you that thing weighs a few pounds.
Yeah, right? Oh, there's a little nest.
It says, 1924 McCormick Deering tractor. Huh.
I want to go inside that big house.
I know. All right, so that's about it, guys. So that is Embarrass, Minnesota. So we're going to keep heading towards the North Shore, see what else we can find.